What is up, family? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute as usual, so I'm not even gonna apologize. But I've been busy trying to live the real life. Summer's creeping up. Been spending a lot of time with my family and close friends and all of that. But hey, today's topic, what I wanted to talk about is life. Life is the topic of this channel. I love to talk about life. I love to talk about feelings, emotions, how we navigate life. But in this world we have different different stuff. Everything everywhere in the world today influences the way we think and how we see and perceive the world and different things. Like, for example, let's talk about movies. Like when you're growing up, you watching Disney movies, you watching Cinderella, Snow White, superhero movies like He-Man, Batman, Superman, and as you grow up, you get like even though you don't really know it at that age because we are so young. Oh, I'm sorry, burping. Oh, damn, heavy burp. um, what was I saying? Even though we are so young, we don't even like think about it that we get affected by everything that we see. But somewhere in the brain, we build these stepping stones, the building blocks, right? In how we perceive love, friendship, uh, what it means to be a hero, to be strong. You know what I'm talking about. So everything that we consume and see every day has its own way to affect how we navigate the world, right? On how we see the world, right? So when we on the topic of movies, and I want to relate this to life, that is the point where I'm trying to get this into a full circle, right? One of my favorite movies ever is Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm such a fan of yeah, all Lord of the Rings content. Matter of fact, everything that is medieval, like everything with sword and shield and people, Arthur and Spartacus, like TV shows like that. I'm like a kid when I watch that shit. You just want to go in and bah, bah, ooh, bah. And I love that. I love that. I'm really a sucker for those type of movies. Gets me excited about those types of movies. I mean, every type of movie, like drama, comedy, everything has a beautiful message. I mean, I've seen so many love movies, scary movies. Like every type of movie can have an impact on you. Absolutely. If it changes you for the better or give you some kind of perspective on how to see things from another light, when it comes to your own life, it's a win, right? That is the most amazing thing about the movies or consuming movies is when something really inspires you. So let's go back to what I said about Lord of the Rings. Like, if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm also a little bit jealous of you because damn, you can actually sit down and watch Lord of the Rings for the first time. Come on. Come on. I would be so jealous. Just sit down and watch it. Be there in the present. I promise you, you will love it. And also read the books. Amazing. But hey, like I said, one of my favorite movies are Lord of the Rings. And you have this character right here. Most of you will recognize him. He's a wizard named Gandalf. And I bet most of you guys have heard Gandalf, like the wizard, Gandalf the Grey, Gandalf the White. You know, he's absolutely a main character in Lord of the Rings. But it's a scene in the movie that really hit me differently now when I'm on this journey of personal growth and also building soul base, just trying to inspire people to become better human beings and better themselves, to make themselves feel better, to fill their own cup, to go out and show up for the people that they love in the best way possible. So the scene I'm talking about is, this is going to be, I'm warning you guys now, if you have not seen Lord of the Rings, this is going to be a spoiler alert. So if you have not seen Lord of the Rings and you want to see it, skip this section. All right. So for you guys that haven't seen Lord of the Rings and doesn't even know what the fuck it is in the first place, so I gotta speed run this, man. It's crazy. So it's a fellowship created to destroy a ring, and in this fellowship we have this character. This character again, Gandalf the Grey. Okay. So we are gonna, this clip that I'm about to show you is a scene of Gandalf when he fights like a big ass monster. It's called a Balrog, like a big demonic monster. So that is the scene that I'm going to show you. That really hits me hard. Nowadays, I think about this scene when I go throughout my life, and I will explain why after you've seen the scene. But just to give you some context, Lord of the Rings is about a fellowship that is created. It's different heroes from different races, like elves, dwarves, humans, wizards. I was so close to say midgets, but hobbit. They're called hobbits. Hobbits. Damn. Midgets. No, but hobbits. If you know, you know. But I was trying to give you a little bit of context. But it's a fellowship created. They're setting out on an adventure to destroy this ring. And on this journey, they stumble upon many, many obstacles, challenges, dangers. And this is one of the big challenges, very, very early on also in the movies. But, here's the clip.
Over the bridge! Fly! To the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arnor. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Udun! Go back to the shadow. fools. From the lowest dungeon to the highest peak, I fought him, the Balrog of Morgoth. Until at last I threw down my enemy and smote his ruin upon the mountainside. Darkness took me, and I strayed out of thought and time. The stars wheeled overhead, and every day was as long as a life age of the earth. But it was not the end. I felt life in me again. I've been sent back until my task is done. Gandalf? Yes. That was what they used to call me. Gandalf the Grey. That was my name. Gandalf. I am Gandalf the White.
So, as you can see in this clip, first off, when the movie started, Gandalf was Gandalf the Grey. It was who he was before this obstacle, this challenge faced him. And then he went through and fought the Balrog, fell deep down into the pits, you know, down in the nitty bitty grits, you know, the pits of hell, still fighting, giving it his all. And everyone, you know, Frodo and all of these other characters, if you know, you know, they think he dead, but he's still fighting in the pits, fighting all of his demons. And if you relate that to life, you know, you're gonna face demons in your life in form of distractions, in form of, you know, addictions, bad decisions. Everything like that is a demon. It's a test for you. You gotta rise to the occasion and face the beast, like the demon that you're facing. You know what I mean? You need to understand is also the magic that you are searching for, that you wish for, is in the hard work that you're avoiding. Many of us people don't want to do the hard stuff, even though we know that the hard decision and the hard path is the right path to take. So just know that the decision that you're afraid to do is the one that will unlock the next level for you. And you will grow tremendously just by doing that decision, making that decision. You who watching this, I think we all of us has been through some kind of hardship in life, right? Often when we are faced or we experience something that hits us very hard, maybe someone, a loved one passing away, maybe you going through a breakup, the girl or boy didn't love you back, you break up, or someone hurts you, in a deep way, like this soul cutting, it hurts, like it's not a wound, but it feels like you're bleeding constantly. That kind of hurt. Like it weighs heavy on your shoulders. Those type of experiences, they change you as a person. What you need to understand is that you won't be the same person after. That is a beautiful thing, but also it can also feel like a very sad thing. Like many times when I think about my own life, at times I feel like, oh, dang, I miss the old Alex, the old playful Alex, before everything that was bad happened to me. But you know what? If you're watching this, life is going to challenge you. Nobody told you when you stepped into this world that it was going to be butterflies and sunshines and rainbows and you get free candy all the time. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is embrace the journey and embrace the change. Rise up to the occasion and fight your fears. And if you are self aware, the problem with people is so many of us are self aware. We know exactly what needs to be done. But the self management is where we people fail. And you don't want to have that regret later in life. You understand what I mean? Have you ever seen those interviews by people when they interview maybe a man 80 years old and he shares his vulnerable story about what he regrets? I don't want to be that person, and you don't want to be that person either. If you want to do something, if you know what needs to be done, do it. I'm looking so hard into the camera right now. Do it. You only get this one life. All right? Just like you see in this clip as well. You see Gandalf being first Gandalf the Grey, and once he has been down in the pits, in the nitty gritty hell, fighting this demon, the Balrog, he turns up as Gandalf the White. A new level of him. A better, stronger wizard with a purpose. He comes back with a purpose. And that could be you. Just understand that it's so important that you gotta trust whatever you're going through right now. It's not meant to break you. It's meant to build you into the best version of yourself. So don't fight it. This is life you're living right now. Just go with the flow to the best of your ability and trust that this is happening for you. That it's not meant to break you. And go in with the mindset of, what is this teaching me? And you gotta endure the pain. Do it. I believe in you guys. This is I I've been through this many times in my life, and I know for a fact it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But I just want to give you like my love and my encouragement from the screen, like the video you're watching right now. Go through it and trust it and feel everything. Okay? But you gotta know when you step into to to the wrong path. Because often when we think about life, when you go through tough times, it's often that we find distractions to fill this void. Maybe you go out drinking all too often. Maybe you start drinking alcohol on weekdays, on work days. You know what I mean? And maybe you have a void inside your heart because you just, you know, been experiencing heartbreak. And all of a sudden, before you even handle the heartbreak, or heal the wounds that you have, or that you're scared to be alone, you're already swiping on Tinder, finding people to fill that void inside you. You understand what I mean? So it's very easy when we are in the pits, in the deep down hell, to find anything that we can latch on to fill the void, or numb ourselves to not face the real problem. I hope you get what I'm saying. I want to end this off. This video became long, but it has a message. I hope you can take something from it. I just want to say, you who watch this, you have potential in you. Every human being on this earth have tremendous potential. But you gotta go through stuff to evolve. I can say right now, the way I love, I wouldn't be able to love if I haven't felt all this pain that I felt. I couldn't be this strong in my mental if I haven't been tested throughout my life. You understand what I mean? So, I hope I get my point across. But hey, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week ahead of you. And, rise up to the occasion. Whatever you fear, face it. You know what I mean? Face it.